Hello, my name is Michelle Hargrave and I'm Executive Director of the Figge Art Museum in Davenport, Iowa. The museum is currently closed to the public as we are committed to doing our part to flatten the curve and protect our visitors and staff and volunteers. While our doors are closed though, we are still working to bring art and people together through social media and our virtual museum, which can be found at figgeartmuseum.org. As part of our virtual museum, I and others will be talking about some of the works in our collection and exhibitions. Today, I'm happy to talk with you about John Bloom and share one of our more recent acquisitions, Picking Weeds. John Bloom was a beloved local artist of many talents who for more than 80 years documented the region in his drawings, paintings, sculptures, and lithographs. Born in DeWitt, Iowa, Bloom attended St. Ambrose College, studied at the Tri-City Art League School in Davenport, and enrolled at the Art Institute in 1926. In his third year there, he taught drawing and composition, and his work caught the attention of artist Grant Wood. Wood, who is a founder of the acclaimed regionalist art movement, invited Bloom to attend his Stone City Art Colony, and the two worked together on several murals for the Federal Public Works of Art project, including ones produced for the Des Moines Public Library and Iowa State University Library. Bloom was influenced by Wood as well as other regionalist artists. These artists focused on depicting what they felt were American themes. Instead of featuring hectic urban metropolises, they were drawn to the American heartland. The work of regionalist artists flourished during the Great Depression, and their portrayal of an idealized view of rural America helped soothe an anxious and uneasy public. Picking Weeds, which we see here, was painted in 1937. It depicts an abundant and untroubled pastoral scene with a farmer who embodies the experiences of every man and represents the dignity and vitality of work. The subject recalls Bloom's upbringing in the small town of DeWitt, where the artist would make a swift escape from Sunday church services to go watch farmers at work in the fields. He typically would sit behind the raised hood of his car to inconspicuously study and paint his subjects. Bloom was also influenced by a number of European artists, particularly the French artist Paul Cézanne, whom he greatly admired. Picking Weeds is evocative of Cézanne's style through Bloom's stacking of geometric shapes to form the building in the distance, and his use of short brushstrokes. Many of you may be more familiar with Bloom's wife, the sculptor Isabel Bloom. The two met at Grant Wood's Stone City Art Colony and were married in 1938. Despite Bloom's profound talents, the artist was a very humble and modest man, and he didn't mind that his wife earned more recognition for her artwork than he did for his. Longtime residents of Davenport, the Blooms became involved with our museum beginning in the 1930s, when it was the Davenport Municipal Art Gallery. And the Figge is proud to be able to share more than 100 works by John Bloom with our community.